Hey there, fellow wood shavers. Brian with the Wood Shave Experience. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. In today's video, we will be featuring Bare Cereal Man's Nordost. This is a smoked orange scent. It does kind of smell like you want to eat it. There's a good look at the pour right there. Very smooth. This is a very soft soap. If you have not tried this, this is in the new Omnibus base. This is the matching splash, which we'll be using with that. And then the star of the show today is Aylsworth razors. This is a Drakkant razor. If you saw my unboxing, I am part of the prototype pass around. So there are 3 razors circulating around, one on the west coast of the United States, one on the east coast, and one in Canada. So Caleb resides in Ontario, Canada. So he designed this, had them made, and is passing around 3, like I said, 3 razors to be tried out. So I'll be using this for about a week, and then I will send it on to the next recipient to use. So very lucky, and so thank you, Caleb, for giving me the opportunity to try this. I will be using a brand new Nasset blade in there. We have the Alpha shaving brush, synthetic brush. We are all lathered up in the Lancaster razor bowl and ready to go. So this is a 3-piece razor, so we will take it apart, unscrews like so, and then the top cap and base plate come apart like that. The male ends are on the top cap, which is something that I prefer in the design of a razor. I know some razors put the male parts on the base plates. I just prefer them on the top cap because I just feel like it's easier to get the razor put together. But that's just me personally. Not that I won't use a razor with the male ends on the base plate. So there you are. Let's get a good look at the top cap. So you can see it's got a 24 degree slope or shave angle. So it is a very shallow cap, has that channel running through the middle there. I think look at the underside. This one is made out of 3/16L stainless steel. So we are got our blade in there, first use Nasset blade. And there we are with the, let's get this lined up. There we go. There we are. It's a tight fit there with the posts in the base plate, but I got it in there. And then we will just screw the handle on here. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. It is Super Bowl Sunday. This is my pre-game shave. I did my Peloton ride. My wife has the kids out at a pre-Valentine's Day little get-together with some friends of theirs, or ours. Got the kids together, so she's doing that. Got my Peloton ride. I'm gonna get my shave in, which I haven't had a chance to shave as much on camera as I would like lately. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you've been around for a while, thank you for continued support. If you like anything you see in this video, hit those thumbs up there. All of that helps the YouTube algorithm, so that'll do it for today's public service announcement. So let's get into the shave. I'm gonna wet the face. I'm working on, I did not shave on Friday, so last Thursday was my wife and I's anniversary, wedding anniversary. So just kind of shaved in the morning real quick. We spent the day, went up to Portland for the day, and then came back into town. And the restaurant that I proposed to my wife at is actually closing for good at the end of this month. And so, which is a real bummer. It's been here for like, I don't know, 50 years or something like that. But so we got in a dinner there on Thursday night, so that was very nice. All right, so let's just talk about the scent real quick on this. This is a smoked orange. If you like citrus, I don't know how you couldn't like this one. It smells very nice. The smoked, if you're afraid of the smoked, I don't really get, to be honest with you, much smoked flavor. I see flavor again. I must be hungry. I'm ready for my Super Bowl snacks. I don't get much smoke on the scent at all. I think if it's there, it's slight, and it just kind of rounds out the citrus and makes it not so much of a citrus punch in the face. So very, very good. I'm really liking the Omnibus base. It is a very soft base, so if you do not like really soft bases, you may not prefer this base. But as a bowl lather, soap softness doesn't really make much of a difference to me. It just makes it easier to spread in the bowl, so I'm not really worried about that. So excellent scent on this. I'm enjoying it very much. This is my first use of it. I just got this not too long ago in one of my razor company orders. So here we go with the, we're gonna give the Aylsworth razor, the Drakkant, its first test here. Like I said, I'm working on 3 days growth because I did not shave on Friday or yesterday. So I don't normally shave on a Sunday, but I really wanted to get a shave in with this razor because I have a limited amount of time with it. All right, so before I get, gotcha. Before I get into it, just on the shave, like I said, the shave angle is 24 degrees. It's a 3.5 inch handle. It is 3/16 L stainless steel, as I mentioned. It is a 0.073 millimeter blade gap, which is very similar to the Carve Overland blade gap. I think that's 0.072 millimeter. This is neutral blade exposure. Caleb has described this as a kind of a cross between the Carve's Christopher Bradley because the shave angle is so shallow on the top cap and base plate. And but it's has the efficiency, he says, of the Overlander. So he says it's kind of a cross between the two razors if he were to do a comparison to him anyways. All right, so now we will get into give it the test here. So he said the angle is more of a top cap writing 24-degree angle. Very, very smooth. Very nice pairing, I think, with the NASA blade. I get no blade feel really at all. I am kind of riding the top cap a little bit. Very smooth, no tugging on the 3 days growth, which is really nice. That's, I think, partly the razor and partly the NASA blade. That is my favorite blade. So we will kind of continue the top cap riding. So we'll play with this. I got about a week with it, and then I got to pass it along. Very smooth, very nice. First impressions so far positive. Like I said, I don't get any blade feel, which for me is a preference. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know I like more mild razors, less blade feel, not large blade gaps, although blade gap is not necessarily completely indicative of aggressiveness. Very nice, very intuitive feel to it. Can hear a little feedback in there. I think the blade clamping is nice and sturdy. I don't know when or what the plan is for these as far as when they're going to be available to the public. I know what Caleb is not, at least at this point, making them and machining them himself. He designed it and I think contracted out at least for these prototypes. And if I'm not mistaken, Caleb is a kind of a graphic designer and so and a wet shaver, and so I think kind of put those two, design and wet shaving together and kind of came up with this concept. We were very fortunate in this time of shaving to have so many quality choices to choose from. And this, I think, is going to probably be a very nice entry into the market. All right, first pass done. No harm, no foul, no weepers, anything like that. So very nice, very impressed with the first pass. Let's wet the face here. There is no tab exposure on the sides. I do like how the corners are slightly tapered. They're not quite as tapered as you would find, say, on the RazorRock Lupo, but they are tapered slightly. I do like that because I do find that makes it easier to get around the nose. So I do like that design element. I think the handle is really cool. plenty of grip on that, and there's no real knurling, but the knurling is kind of the grip is kind of created by the pattern you see here and the thick cuts into that. So no problem with slippage or anything like that. Let's put a little more water on there. And we'll try it against the grain. So I think, if I remember, Caleb kind of does some video game designing, if I'm not mistaken. Caleb, if you watch this and I'm wrong, correct me. But, you know, I kind of saw some posts he made initially, and we kind of connected on Instagram. So I will link his Instagram in the description. If you're on Instagram, you can follow what's going on with the razor. It's been pretty cool because he's been very, very transparent. I don't know if transparent's the right word, but very forthcoming with the design information. He's made a lot of posts with not just like pictures of the prototypes, but also like actual dimensions, which some artisans might want to keep to themselves and are more proprietary, but he's just throwing it all out there for everybody to see, which I think is totally cool. So you kind of, if you follow him on Instagram, you kind of watch the evolution of this razor. And he actually asked for input on some of the design stuff. He had a couple of, I think, handle design options that he was looking at initially, at least on paper. I'm gonna get myself on my ear. I don't know what I got going on my ear right there. It's not from the shaving. I don't know if I hit it on something. Anyways, I did get myself right there. So not a perfect shave. I think maybe I got a little sloppy with the angle. Anyways, it's been pretty cool to watch the evolution of the design and have him ask the community for input. And so he's been very interactive with the community. So I think that has been pretty cool. And anyways, followed the evolution of this. And then he had asked, I think on Instagram, for folks that were interested in the pass around. And I definitely jumped on that. And then you had to sign up through Reddit to get on the list, which I did. So in some cases I'm going more, definitely not at a 24-degree angle. So I have a habit of getting myself into just more of a 90-degree angle or a 45-degree angle. What do you call that? Geometry is not my strong suit. Or steep angle, but this is should be more of an angle like this. So maybe that's why I kind of nicked myself right there. All right, against the grain was nice. So we'll give it the across the grain test. So Super Bowl today, my wife will get back with the kids, and then she's gonna go hang out with my mom. We're gonna do some stuff. They're not really interested in watching the game. I'm gonna go to a buddy's house. He has a son that's close to my kid's age. And so I'm gonna take the kids and let them play. And we're gonna watch the Super Bowl over there with my buddy. So I'm looking forward to just seeing a good game. I don't know, I don't really have, as I mentioned in the unboxing video, I don't really have a dog in the fight in this game. I just want to see a good game. I'm originally from Los Angeles, and when I grew up, the Rams played in Anaheim at Anaheim Stadium. And I do remember going to a Rams game one time when I was younger. But when I was a kid, and I'm dating myself, at at some point the Raiders came to LA. And they were the LA Raiders. And so I actually became a Raiders fan at that point. Yeah, I know, a Raiders fan. Might have lost some subscribers there. But I'm a long-suffering Raiders fan because they haven't really been all that good for a few years, although they didn't make the playoffs this year, which was cool to see. And I don't do the traditional fool's pass totally against the grain in my mustache area. I kind of take just a steeper angle through there, and then in my neck, it's just kind of clean up. I have some hairs that grow in odd directions, so it's against the grain this way. Part of me that's rooting for the Bengals just because it's been so long since they've won a Super Bowl or been to the Super Bowl. I don't know when they last won one or been to one, but I know it's been a long time. All right, there we go. So other than that little weeper right there, just a little abrasion there. It looks like maybe I got myself right there. I kind of buffed a little bit right there, maybe a little too much. I'm gonna rinse the face here. So very smooth, I think pretty efficient. All right, so the first shave is always hard to tell with a razor, as each razor has its own shave angle window and geometry. It takes a few shaves to kind of really get it. But for a first shave, very impressed actually with the Drakkant. I enjoyed it. I did get myself right there and slightly right there. I could feel it with the cold water. All right, so we'll put some of the splash on. Get a little bit more of the smoke in the splash, but not much. I mean, I don't know, it says it's smoked, but I mean, if it didn't say it was smoked, I don't think I would even guess it was smoked. I don't really get a lot of smoke, so it's just a nice citrus orange. Rinse my hands off. All right, so there you have it. First shave, first opinions of the Drakkant by Aylsworth Razors. Pretty good first shave. Definitely a more mild razor, I think, in the sense that I don't get a lot of blade feel out of it. It's not a very large blade gap, so I wouldn't call this aggressive, but it was pretty efficient. And like I said, I did get myself a couple places, so I just got to be more aware of the razor. But overall, first impressions are very positive. So thank you, Caleb, for the opportunity. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you soon on the channel. Enjoy the Super Bowl and enjoy your day.